Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be working on a um, the door for the upstairs balcony of the farmhouse. I don't want to use this one because this is like an interior door, although I did use the same door on the front door. But for the balcony area I wanted a door that looked a little more like, an outside door. So I printed off a door template on the Cricut, and I was originally going to do this with just cardstock, but this is a very thick door, so I wanted to use some other things. So I do find a piece of lightweight cardboard. I think it came out of the back of an old picture frame, and I put a couple pieces of that together along with cardstock, and it was just the right size of the original door. Anyway, let's go take a look at what I've been doing to the farmhouse. I decided that, if I didn't get the outside done, I would never feel like we should really be moving people in. So I have to put the roof on the bay yet. I haven't done that, and I've got a lot of trimming to do. But as you can see, I got my railing up. That's the upper deck. I'm working on the shingles, but I hate shingling. I hate anything that is monotonous because it's the same old, and I didn't do the greatest job, but I'm going to live with it. So yeah, this is the upper balcony, and the railings and stuff went on that really well. The lower one, that was a different story. The posts didn't want to fit because of the weight of the dollhouse, so I'd cram them under there, and then I knocked the rails loose, and yeah. So good news though, when I moved the dollhouse, all of my lights worked, which I thought was pretty cool. We'll go around the side here. It's finally in my craft room. I've got enough of the mess cleaned up that I can put it in here on a table. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm just showing you the bottom. They give you a nice big porch on this house, so that's good. Alright, this is the upper floor. I haven't even hardly, other than cutting the walls like I wanted them or having Rob cut them, not much is going on up here. So yeah, it's just kind of a debris field. Moving down into the family room, and that's where I'm making the door to go out on the balcony. I did get the window frame up in here, and I'll be putting the steps in and then doing the floors. So that'll be coming, but I probably won't do it on camera with you. The hallway, I've got a piece of poster board down I'm going to put my flooring on top of that so I can remove it because of the wiring. Down to the first floor, I still need to stain the floor itself, and I've got the inside window frame to do. Remember, that's our older window that was still in the house. And then I was really happy because the light under the stairs wasn't working, and when we moved the house, for some reason it started, so that was good. And then of course we have the kitchen and dining room to do yet, and I will be doing the rest of the kitchen with you and the interior, and then maybe we can get this family moved in. So that'll be good. Okay, and then I'd started putting rock on the base of it because I want it to have a rock foundation. That is packaging, like when you buy pots and pans or something, they come with this type of packaging now, and I really like it for rocks. So anyway, back to the door, and I finally got the door to the size I want it, the thickness I need it. And it's not the prettiest looking door. That's the cardboard I used. It's a real soft cardboard, but it worked, so it's good. And I just cut out all the little window spaces and stuff. So this is going to be our outside balcony door up on top. If you hear a cat out there, that's Corky. He's meowing, saying hi. So I decided to coat everything with a coat of Mod Podge. And this side still has the cardstock on it. Now I know the Mod Podge looks heavy. I will thin that out later on. But I did leave some lines and stuff because this is an old house. The couple that moved in, the family, are working on fixing it up as they go. So this door is not going to be the best looking door, it's gonna be like it like an old door. It's seen the weather. It's not in perfect condition, which is fine. And then I realized I used the wrong color of paint because I wanted to match it to the front door. And two really dark blues, and I used the wrong one. So now I'm repainting it for, I think, the fourth time. Oh, sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I'm repainting this, and as I said, I don't want this to look like a new door. If you look at where the windows are, you can see a little of the white paint that was originally on the door, and yeah, it's an old door. They just put a coat of paint on it because, well, they couldn't afford new doors right now, and that'll come, someday. Maybe someday I'll just totally redo this house. Who knows? As Richard on Rich Miniatures would say, who cares, right? So, yeah, I'm just putting the paint on here. And I did get some on the windows, but I cleaned those off afterwards. I just used some nail polish remover with acetone. I couldn't find my rubbing alcohol. I had it, I swear I had it in here, but I don't know where it went. It's sad when you clean your craft room, and I mean, it's not completely done, but you get it to a point where you pretty much know where everything's at, and then you can't find it. I'm having that problem. I bought a couple little doormats to put, I was going to use one on Grandma's and one on here, but I thought I'd just use both of them on here because I can always get other ones, and I can't find either one of them. I have no idea where they went. So, yeah, that's no idea. That's me and cleaning. What was it? Eileen told me, she goes, you'll clean it all up. You put it where you want. You think you'll know where it's at or something like that, and you lose it anyway. Yes, Eileen, you're 100% correct on that one. Oh, that's my life. Yeah. Next week is going to be a long week for me because I'm going to be working 4 days in a row. I picked up for somebody. And I wish I wouldn't have, but you know what? I did, so I have 4 days in a row, and I got to work the weekend. All I've got's off Monday. Okay, so now I'm painting the door frame to go around this door. And again, I want it covered in white, but I'm not going to get too upset if there's a run or two, or if there's, a little bit of a spot that maybe the paint is a little thinner. I do give it 2 coats, but I'm not going to be real picky about it because, as I said, this is an old house, and home repairs are expensive, so the family is doing the best they can with what they got, and they just, updated the dining room, and, it's kind of spendy, and they're redoing the kitchen right now, and then, other parts will just have to wait a little bit, so you slap a coat of paint on and hope for the best, right? And I'm using white house paint because my white acrylic paint, it got really thick. I put a little water in it. Now it doesn't want to cover anything. It just soaks into it and takes me 4 or 5 coats. So I'm going to buy some new white, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I'll figure out something. So I'm just painting, which is another one of my not favorite things because it's repetitious. It's the same old thing over and over. Very boring. I'm hoping now that I got the biggest part of that roof done that the other parts won't seem so bad. Anybody else ever have it where they don't like having to do the angled parts of the roof? I don't like those, and I don't think I'll ever do wood shingles again. I don't care if I end up using strips of cardboard. I do not think I ever want to do wood shingles again. They're just too time consuming. You have to cut them. You gotta, get everything fit together right, and then once you get the glue on them, they want to bend, and it's not for me. Definitely not. It would have to be a very small house for me to do wood shingles again. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I know there's a lot of storms down in the south, and that's horrible. We have been lucky so far, but Monday they're predicting that we've got whatever a medium chance of having severe weather here is. So I'm hoping not, but I always hope no one gets severe weather. I love storms, but I don't like destructive storms. I just like a good old thunder because I love to fall asleep to the sound of thunder. I'm really wanting to get out in the garden, but it rained almost all day yesterday, and it was pretty wet. So I didn't get out there yesterday, and then today the ground was really, really wet yet. So I haven't been able to get out in the garden, but I really want to grow a garden this year, and I really want to get some things done with flowers. So hopefully that's going to be my spring and summer. So anyway, I am just about done with this door frame, and I'm going to let it dry after I get it all painted here, and then we'll see how all that looks together. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep shingling. I've got trim to put up yet, like I said, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next. I need to stain the floor in the living room and get the trim around the window in. That would be good. Anyway, here we are at the farmhouse, and I just fitted this in place. I can't find my doorknobs that I had, and so I don't have any doorknobs for the door, and I don't really want to glue it in until I find those and get them on. And then we'll glue it in place, and that'll be done. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you again for taking the time to be with me. I'm sorry that I didn't get a video up sooner. The holidays screwed up the work schedule, and it was kind of crazy. So yeah, but anyway, I hope everyone has a good weekend. Thank you all for joining me. Bye-bye.